1980. 1980 was a very, very hot year for horror movies and especially slasher movies. That's why I am gonna be reviewing today a 1980 horror slasher film called Prom Night. That's right, guys. Filmed in Canada, Prom Night was released on July of 1980, which it's the same year that Friday the 13th got released, and they were both released by Paramount. So it's kind of like crazy how Paramount released both films around the same time, 1980. So yeah, it was a horror summer that year. And this runs at 1 hour and 32 minutes. It stars, of course, Jamie Lee Curtis and Leslie Nielsen, which actually Leslie Nielsen is a top bill actor here, which is kind of surprising because he barely had a role. He was barely in the movie. I mean, he didn't have a huge part in the role in the movie here. But yeah, Prom Night, what can I say? Filmed in Canada, directed by Paul Lynch, which has a director credit of 86, 86 titles, but they're mostly like TV movies and a lot of TV series, a lot of Star Trek stuff, and a lot of Baywatch Nights, like from the mid 1990s. He just did a lot of episodes for TV. I was looking through his filmography, and I don't see anything crazy that I know that he's directed. But yeah, man, that's pretty impressive. Over 86 titles he's directed, including episodes and stuff. Jamie Lee Curtis, very young Jamie Lee Curtis. This is only a couple years after the first Halloween, so 1980. This Blu-ray here was released by Synapse Films. Synapse Films is really good. They just don't put out a lot of stuff. I wish they would put out more stuff, but they really don't put as much as I wish they have. It's a cool company, but not as cool as Arrow Video and Vinegar Syndrome and Severin and all that stuff. Okay, so let's get to it. It's rated R, and it has a Metascore of 45. On IMDb, they have it at a 5.3 out of 10. On Letterboxd, it's a 2.6 out of 5. And on the Rotten Tomatoes, they have it at 48%. 48%. So this movie starts off with a group of kids playing like some type of hide and go seek kind of game. But they're kind of crazy because instead of, just looking for whoever they're looking for, they go kill. And then they're kind of creepy kids, I know. And they were playing in this, they were all alone with no parents, no supervision. And they're here in this abandoned hospital, which is really, really cool. I wish as a kid I had that hospital nearby so that I could play hide and go seek all the time. It looked like a huge abandoned insane asylum or hospital, or it might have been a school. It might have been an old school. I'm not too sure what it was, but they were playing in this abandoned building, and it was pretty big. A lot of places to hide. So I wish I was a kid playing there, but not with those weirdos. Those kids were weird as fuck, and they were like, kill. Every time they find someone, it was be like kill. And well, long story short, Jamie Lee Curtis as a young kid and two other kids were walking by, and then one of the little girls wants to play. She went in there to play with the rest of the crew, and she didn't fit in with that crowd. And all of a sudden they turn on her, and then they go kill, and then they scared this little girl out to the point where she was backing away from the group. She was backing away from the kids that were going kill to her. They're freaking the shit out of her, and she falls from, I think, the second or third story from the building. She falls down out of the window, and she dies. Then all of a sudden we fast forward 6 years to the future. Jamie Lee Curtis is already older, and so are the rest of the kids, and they're all in the same high school. They're all getting all geared up, ready for prom, and it's gonna be fun, and they're having a great time. And it's 1980, so it feels extremely 70s. This movie does not feel like an 80s film. It definitely feels like 1977, 76, somewhere around there. The vibe, the hairstyle, what they were wearing, everything felt more like the 70s, definitely. So 6 years go by, and everybody's like in their teens, and they're in high school, and they're getting ready for prom. And then this weirdo has a notebook, and he calls all the four creepy kids that were playing hide and go seek that day. That they actually, when this girl died, they saw her die, and they all kept a promise, and they swore that they would never tell anybody because they didn't want to go to jail. They were scared of going to jail, so they weren't going to tell anybody. So this weirdo picks up the phone and starts calling everybody the day of prom. And he just says something, oh, you want to play a game? Let's play a game. It's kind of like a crank calling them. And most of the kids don't even pay attention to what the hell this guy was saying on the phone. And they treat it as a joke. They hang up on him, whatever. So he just goes scratching off the names and all that stuff. And, you know. So that's the most interesting part of what was going on so far. Then all of a sudden what we do get is just a bunch of high school teen drama, boys kissing girls, and you know they nonsense. And then they have two cops there trying to investigate what's going on, and it's all pretty boring, to be honest with you. The kills don't happen till like way later in the movie, like towards like maybe there was only 20 minutes left, and I'm like, what the fuck? Nobody's killing anybody. What kind of a slasher is this? So it's like more like it's just a pretty boring teenage high school drama type of thing. Of not even interesting drama. It's just like boring drama. Like they're just most of the times they're just dancing, and it's crazy. So yeah, so that's basically the first half of the movie, and then after that, it picks up, and then the killer actually, you know, he puts on a black mask, as you could see him here. He has a black mask, and he goes around killing people. The kills are not too crazy, not over the top. They do show, I believe, there's only one breast shown, so I'm not sure if that hits high percentage of nudity in the movie. I don't think it's a big deal. And then IMDb has a severe gore and severe guts and severe bloody. No, it's not that bad. It's not crazy. It's rated R, but it could have easily been a PG-13 film if they just probably released. They didn't do the boob shot of that one girl that came out naked. Other than that, I mean, took a bunch of trivia here. So some of the trivia I wrote is that this Paul Sasa guy. So they originally had this whole entire prom night with crazy mega hits from the 70s, like very, very top hits, like probably from Donna Summers or the Bee Gees, or I don't know what the hell was going on in the 70s, but they had a bunch of good super mega hits. And the production company said that they were going to put that much money into the rights for these songs. So they told the guy in charge of the soundtrack, which is Paul Sasa, hey, dude, you got to make a bunch of disco songs and put it in this movie. Because we need to release a movie without the freaking mega hits, because it's a lot of money that we're not going to put into it. So the guy wrote all these amazing disco songs. They're really fucking good. And he wrote them all in 5 days. It only took him 5 days to write these cool songs. Most of them are like rip-offs. They sound like similar to like old familiar tunes from the disco era. Like I Will Survive sounds like one of the songs. And but yeah, the guy has talent. He wrote 5 or 6 amazing disco songs that are put throughout the movie, and it's really, really cool. Now, another interesting part about this soundtrack conversation that we're having right now is that The official soundtrack for this movie didn't come out to July of 2019. That's 40 years. 40 years after the movie was released. So there was no soundtrack to this movie till 2019. No official soundtrack. So I think that's mind-blowing. That's crazy. I'm curious to find out how much they paid Leslie Nielsen to be in this movie, because it seems like it was just money for him. He didn't put any passion to it. He wasn't really into it. I just don't think it was I don't know. So the budget for this movie was $1.5 million, and it grossed $14 million worldwide. So it was a huge success. The crazy shit about this is that there's 4 prom nights. 4 fucking prom nights. I only know about part 1 and part 2, and I know there's a remake. I guess there's a part 3. I'm not sure, but there's 4 prom nights, and Brock Simpson is the only actor to be in all 4 of them. I think that was pretty interesting. Now the dancing scene, I read on the trivia notes here that the dancing scene, they had to use a double for Casey Stevens. They had to use a double because he's not a real trained professional dancer like good old Jamie Lee Curtis was. So yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis dances really good, and she's a very, very great disco dancer, and you can tell in this movie she has the right moves, and she moves, she turns around. She's amazing. So they had to hire like a second, like a double for the guy to dance when the prom came, cause man, she was on fire. She was really, really good. So yeah, what else did I have right here? So it does say that Jamie Lee Curtis performed her own stunts, which is okay because there wasn't any really crazy stunts that she had to do anyway. So I guess props to her. Anyways, my thought on the movie, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it's a solid entry for a slasher genre, and I think the kills came way too late in the movie. There was a middle part that dragged. The beginning was okay with the creepy kids and all that stuff, but it just dragged and dragged and dragged. I think the worst part of the entire movie is probably the ending. The way it finished, it just finished like that. Like, what the fuck? Like, obviously they unmask the killer, and you see who it is, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big surprise, and it just ends like that. Like, bam, it ends. I think the ending sucked. It hurt it a lot. The fact that the dancing was way too much dancing, too much disco. Sometimes it felt like I was watching the American Bandstand or just a long music video. It's just, you would literally listen to the whole entire song. It's like, yo, alright man, I get the point. They're dancing in prom. But it's just like dancing after dancing. And I guess it's a way to, make it into a 93-minute movie. Anyways, with that being said, the special features, oh wait, look, that's the back of it. This is a Synapse release. It has a bunch of special features, which I was actually watching a couple of them now. It was the making of, and then the outtakes. There's 25 minutes of never seen before deleted scenes and outtakes. I think that was pretty cool. That was a lot. Motion still gallery, original theatrical trailer, television spots, radio spots, audio commentary with the director Paul Lynch and the screenwriter William Gray. You have the 5.1 surround sound remix, specifically created for this release. This is a 2K scan from its original 35mm camera negative print, and I mean it's a great release here. It actually brings the Synapse 2023 booklet, which has the catalog book for you to order, movies with them and stuff. They have a lot of movies. It's just like they don't release enough like new stuff and shit, or like, I don't know. It's just like they've had these movies for years, like Basket Case and Popcorn and Curtains and Demons, and it's the same shit. All they do is like 4K. Intruder, they have Intruder, The Image, Frankenhooker, and McBain, and Suspiria. Anyway, so yeah, it has this catalog book from 2023. This is the disc. Artwork. It's pretty cool because it's like a disco ball and goes with it. Goes with the movie. And then this is the original. I'm assuming this was the original cover poster for the VHS. But I actually like this one better, so I flipped it to the alternative cover, which is this. I think that one looks cool. And that's about it, man. Synapse Films hit it out of the park with this one. The transfer is great. I really enjoyed it. The soundtrack, the music sounds really good. And I honestly, it's gonna be tough to rate because I don't think it should be a 6. The ending really sucked, man. It's between a 6 and a 7. I would probably give this a 6.5 out of 10. Maybe I'm being too harsh because the acting was good. The acting was okay. I might bump it a little bit to a 7. If I could say a 6.7, that would be great. 6.7 out of 10. I don't do 6.7, but 6.5 between. I don't know, man. It's a 7 out of 10. It was okay. It was all right. It went by fast. It didn't bore. It bored. It dragged a little bit in the middle, like I said, but it's all right. It's all right. Prom Night, my final rating, 7 out of 10. Hope you guys enjoy it. Go watch it. I mean, it's only 93 minutes of your life. You know, it's not that bad. It's a 1980. You know, it's pretty good for 1980. I've seen a lot of shit that came out after 80, like 84, 85, 86. Movies that are total garbage and look terrible. This doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look bad. It has good acting. Yeah, I would say a 7 out of 10. So, with that being said, I do have to go night. I am very tired, very sleepy, and tomorrow I gotta work. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and this was Night Prom. I was gonna say Night Prom. I did say Night Prom. Prom Night. My bad. It's late. Good night. Bye-bye. Later.